Hello, my beautiful sisters. This video is actually part 2 of how to stop blaming other people when the truth is you're scared to do what you really want to do and you're afraid to fail. Now, I know that's a really long title, but it truly says everything that needs to be said. I already recorded part 1 where we talked about labeling yourself as the victim and spreading blame like butter. In part 2, this video, we're going to jump directly into the steps you need to start taking now to rid yourself of this whole victim mindset that might be holding you back. Let's jump into it. First of all, own the fear out loud. You can't heal what you hide. A lot of us tell ourselves that we're stuck because someone else, maybe a parent who didn't support us, a partner who doesn't believe in our dreams, a boss who never sees our value, that they are the ones that are responsible. And while some of that might be true, the deeper truth is scarier. You're afraid to try, afraid to fail, afraid you'll look foolish. So here's your first step. Admit it to yourself. Say it out loud. Write it down. Make it real. I'm scared to start my business because I don't know if I'm good enough. I'm afraid to apply for that job because what if they say no? I'm terrified to put my work out there because what if nobody cares? Look, you cannot conquer what you're too scared to name. Number 2, separate other people's opinions from fear. It's so easy to say, I can't do this because Barbara doesn't support me. That way, if you never do the thing, it's not your fault, it's Barbara's. But here's the truth. Other people's doubts are not your prison. The fear is your prison. Even if they do doubt you, and some will, that doesn't have to be the thing that stops you. But when you blame them, you give your power away. It's time to take it back. Number 3, ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? Fear feeds on exaggeration. Your brain loves to tell horror stories about what will happen if you try and fail. So let's get real. What's actually the worst thing that could happen? You launch a business and it flops. Okay, you learn and you pivot. You apply for a job and you get rejected. Okay, cool. You're back to where you started, but you're wiser. You post your work and no one cares. Fine. So you post again and again until they do. The world won't end if you try and fail, but if you never try, a little part of you will die. Number 4, trade blame for power. Every time you blame someone else, you shrink yourself. Every time you own your choices, you grow. Next time you catch yourself saying, I could do this if only they would support me, stop. Reframe it. So don't say stuff like, my partner doesn't believe in me. Say, I'm learning to believe in myself no matter who does or doesn't show up for me. That's your power move. Number 5, take the first tiny step, scary step. I say that all the time. Courage isn't built by thinking about doing something. It's built by doing it scared. Send the email, make the call, record the video, take the class, post the thing. Action kills fear. The longer you sit in your head, the bigger the fear gets, and you know that. Number 6, give yourself permission to be bad at first. Part of the fear is that you won't be perfect. Guess what? You won't. And that's fine. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. So be okay with being messy and awkward and a beginner. Being bad at something new is proof that you're doing what scared people never do. And that's starting. And number 7, remember, no one can want it for you more than you want it for yourself. At the end of the day, no one can believe in your dream harder than you do. Not your family, not your friends, not your mentor. It is yours to carry, and that's a gift because it means no one can take it away from you either. Here's the final truth. Blame keeps you safe. Ownership sets you free. Blame protects your ego, but it's at the cost of your dreams. Ownership might sting at first, but it gives you your power back. So here's your challenge. Name your fear, own your part, take one tiny step and give yourself some grace. Do it scared, but do it. Your future is out there waiting for you. The question is, are you ready to stop hiding behind blame and go get it? All right? Mwah. Peace.